Namaste, hello and welcome. This is Ali and this is day 7. You made it to day 7, yay, of our 7-day yoga immersion, yoga and yoga Nidra immersion here on YouTube with the School of Living Yoga. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will post some information below. There's a playlist. You can go through this at your own pace at any time. And it's been so wonderful to have thousands of people joining from all over the world. You might let me know in the comments below. You might post a picture of your flag or your country. And let me know where you're tuning in from. Day 7, we are going to explore Yoga Nidra for the crown chakra. So you may have noticed in yesterday's practice, if you practiced with the mind's eye or Agnya chakra practice with Tina, that things become more and more subtle with each chakra as we explore this energetic body, this subtle body. So the idea that our imagination and the subtle, the thoughts, can affect the dense. So the physical body, for example, can be affected by the more subtle, the thoughts, or the imagination can help us to manifest things into the physical form. These ideas of the subtle affecting the dense are really powerful, and also there's a lot of scientific evidence that's starting to support a lot of this ancient wisdom as well, that, for example, our imagination can have such a profound effect on our physical bodies or the way that we respond to the world around us through action and our behaviors. And there's just so much to working with some of these more subtle realms. So I just wanted to make note before we begin of this idea of the subtle affecting the more dense as we start to move into this idea of the crown chakra. The crown chakra, you can think of it as the connection point, the portal between your individual consciousness and the collective consciousness. So if you're not familiar with this term collective consciousness, you might think of how your body has matter, it's dense and it has matter to it. The cells are made up of water, food, and molecules that are dense, and you also have this consciousness, this ability to think and be sentient and produce thoughts. So if you think about the matter in your body, think about it in terms of its transient nature. So the water within your body could have been, in a lake or a stream or the ocean or raindrops or a cloud days ago, weeks ago, months ago. Just as some of the cells in your body are made up of molecules from food, which you eat and is passing through your body in this transient way. And then there's the matter around you. There's this vaster sense of matter that's kind of fluid and moving through you and through all living beings, through the earth. And then there's, of course, matter in other planets and solar systems and galaxies and so on. So there's this sense of there's matter within you, moving through you, and all around you. You might think of the consciousness in the same way. So there's this intelligence within you that can think and produce thoughts and come up with ideas, or you might even think of it as downloading ideas. And then there's this consciousness around you through other human beings and other sentient beings. You might even think of the collective consciousness in terms of a hive of bees and the way that they have sort of a collective mind, or a flock of birds that moves in the exact same pattern at the exact same time, and their sort of collective mind that they have together. there's also this idea of consciousness permeating all that there is, an intelligence of life or an intelligence of the universe that's sort of making all of these different rules of the universe, such as you might think of gravity and the way that it pulls on the planets and those type of things. So there's this idea that we'll play with of the collective consciousness and the individual consciousness. And the crown chakra is often thought of as the portal to collective consciousness, to sort of open up to or become one with the collective consciousness, or to experience these states of yoga, which is essentially feeling or having a visceral experience of the interconnectivity of all that there is. So this sense of non-separateness from all that there is. Because in theory, we know as human beings that that is a little bit of an illusion, the separate self. But what the crown chakra, you might think of is inviting us to do, is to sort of embrace or welcome that sense of oneness with all that there is. So what we'll play around with is some little exercises that you might imagine, as the imagination is really powerful in this realm that we're working with, that it might open your ability to connect with this intelligence of life, this consciousness, this intelligence of life that is at play in everything that exists. So what we'll do is, there are some themes that some people really connect to with the crown chakra. One is imagining light coming in down through the crown of the head and down through the body. That might not work for you. For some people, it's white light. For some people, it might be violet or purple light. It might be other colors for you. I've actually had several different clairvoyant individuals tell me that when they see the energy system that is sort of around my being, there's a rainbow light coming down from the sky into the crown of my head. So for you, it might be a rainbow. So it doesn't necessarily look one way. So exploring and being curious about it, I think, is a really good thing. And for some, it's just a feeling, a sensing of pure energy or universal intelligence or universal consciousness, or a feeling of light coming down through the crown and down through the chakra system. And we'll work with this in Yoga Nidra. But first, we're going to do a little exercise to kind of prepare for this experience. So you might find just a comfortable seated position. It could be in a chair, could be on the ground, could be I'm sitting up on a bolster, could be on a meditation cushion. And then taking a moment here to roll out the shoulders, just giving yourself a moment to settle in. And then let's let the shoulders relax down, let the palms relax into the lap facing up, and then closing down the eyes. And let's take a deep breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in, letting go. Good, and begin to bring your awareness towards the crown of your head. And what we'll do is actually take the right peace fingers and just start gently tapping, lightly tapping on the crown of your head. Just noticing sensations. Continue to breathe deeply. And we'll do 3 breaths like this, just a gentle tapping on the crown of the head. Good, and then you might flutter your eyes open just momentarily to see this next little thing that I'm going to encourage you to do. Remember, we're igniting the imagination here. Taking your fingers and just imagine you're sort of opening through the head here. We're just tracing lightly. And we're going to go all the way across as if you're opening up. You might imagine this energetically. And then coming back to the forehead and just gently, when you're ready, closing the eyes. And just imagining that you're opening up the crown of the head. Let's do one more time. Just opening, gently tracing. Deep breaths. Let's just do one more time at your own pace. Good, and then let your hands relax down onto your lap. And again, you might imagine here you could breathe in from 2 feet above the crown of your head, down into your body, towards the heart. Exhaling from heart down into the earth. So on the inhale, breathing in from 2 feet above the crown of your head, down into the heart. Exhaling from heart down 2 feet below the earth beneath you. And we'll just do this just a few times now. As you breathe in through the crown, you might imagine white light or pure energy, or you might just sense and open to what comes up for you, knowing that everyone is perceiving these subtle realms slightly differently. Couple more breaths in through the crown. Down into the earth. You might imagine this white light or pure energy, prana, kind of washing through your whole Sushumna Nadi, where all of the 7 chakras reside along the Sushumna Nadi. Or you might just imagine the spine. A sort of cleansing, pure energy flowing through the crown, down through the spine and into the earth. Just imagining, opening up to the field of possibilities when we ignite the imagination. The power of the imagination. Let's do one more breath like that. And then gathering hands at the heart center, palm to palm. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Fluttering the eyes open when you're ready. And Thank you so much for joining myself and the rest of the staff from the School of Living Yoga. If you've been with us for this 7-day journey, no matter when you're experiencing this, no matter when you're taking this journey, if you've made it here to the end, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. You can say, I did it, I completed it, and I'm going to be posting a link here shortly to the Yoga Nidra for the crown chakra. So you might take a moment now to start setting yourself up for your Yoga Nidra nest. And I just have to say, I'm just so grateful and honored, not just for my beloved friends and the beautiful staff that we have here in Canada at the School of Living Yoga. We as a team, we teach online trainings internationally, as many of you know. And I just feel so grateful for them. Please let me know if you've enjoyed learning from them and getting to know them over these last 7 days. And they're just all beaming with so much joy and love and excitement around all the connections that they're making with each of you through this immersion. So it's been so joyful and fun and exciting, and it feels deeply meaningful and fulfilling to have gone on this journey with you guys together. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us, and thank you for being here. Thank you for participating in each of the sadhanas, the yoga practices, the Yoga Nidra practices. Please let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. If you made it here to the end of this video, you might just let me know by using the word wholeness in your comment in the comments below. You can be creative in how you might bring that in. But thank you so much. Please know that we are doing a giveaway. If you're participating in this in real time, there's been a giveaway, and so we will be sharing more about that in about a week's time. So we want to give everybody some time to catch up, as everybody doesn't have time to practice each of the 7 chakras in the 7 days. So we're going to give some time for people to complete some of these practices along the way and join in. And then we'll be sharing more about that in a coming video. Okay, so if you're not sure what I'm talking about, know that you can go through this 7-day immersion and leave us a comment on each of the videos for a chance to win an awesome prize that was very generously given away, so that you can find out more about that. If you are participating in the immersion, then you already know what I'm talking about, so it's a fun surprise. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you really enjoy this Yoga Nidra coming up. And I can't wait to hear from you in the comments on that Nidra as well. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here from the bottom of my heart. And we've had so many applications coming in for the upcoming 200 hour. I'm going to share more about that below. But please know that we have some amazing people joining. We have some scholarships available for people as well, and we have a special discounted rate for everybody that's in the Yoga Nidra teacher training online, or the restorative yoga teacher training online as well. So please get in contact with us about that if you're interested to learn more. Okay, namaste. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining us. So excited that you're here, and we'll see you in the next video.